Welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial we will learn how to cut and sew a collar and a collar stand. Stay with me. If you have not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. To sew this type of collar, the first thing you need to do is to measure round the neckline. That is where you want your collar to be. So that is what I'm doing at this point. I'll measure round the neckline. So whatever measurements I have, I will pick my collar stay. This is a collar stay. You can use any interfacing of your choice, but this particular one is called collar stay in the market. So I will just draw a straight line, and that measurement, the neckline measurement, I will divide it into two, because as you can see, this collar stay is folded into two. It's unfold. So I'll divide whatever the neckline is into two and I'll mark it. Then I'll mark 1 inch. I'll mark 1 inch at this point. That is this is the collar stay, the collar stand, I mean. So I want to mark out my collar stand first. So my collar stand will be 1 inch, but if you like, you can increase it. If you like, you can decrease. You can do 0.75 if you want to decrease it, or 1.25 if you want to increase. So at the tip here, I'll curve it. If you like, you can leave it straight or sharp the way it is, but I like curving it. And I'll come in by 1.25 inches. Also, not necessarily you use 1.25, you can use 1.5 or 1 inch. All right, this is my collar, and my collar is a 2.75. It depends on how big you want your collar to be. You can make yours 3 inches, 3.5, or even 2 inches, but at this point I marked 2.75 inches. The next thing I'll do is connect the lines. I'll connect the lines so that I can draw out my collar. What I'm practically doing at this stage is drawing my collar stand and my collar. Now if you like, you can make your collar straight. You see the way I place it straight, and now if you like, you can make it slanted like this. Sometimes I make it straight, sometimes I make it slant. You see, it looks more like a collar, isn't it? Now the next thing is to cut it out. The next thing is to cut it out. Now separate the collar stand from the main collar. Once I'm done doing this, I'll cut my fabric. I will cut the fabric for this collar and the collar stand. Alright, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And I must not forget to tell you that there are different shapes. This is just the collar stand being straight. You can make it curve. So this is the fabric I'll be using. I'll cut 2 pieces for the collar stand and 2 pieces for the collar itself. Okay, I already cut it at this point. So this is 2 for the collar, and this is 2 pieces for the collar stand as well. And I didn't cut the exact because I need excess for allowance. The next thing will be to take it to my ironing table and iron the collar stay on the fabric. Alright, at this point I already ironed it. Did you see it on the collar? The collar is on the fabric now. It has been ironed. You know, one part of this collar stay has glue, so once you place it on your iron, it will stick to your fabric. Now for the collar stand, I will fold in this allowance and sew it. I'll take it to my sewing machine now so that you can see. And this is the main collar. All the allowance is up, all the sewing allowance is up. Let's take it to the ironing, into the sewing machine so that you can see the next step. Alright, this is me on the sewing machine. This is my collar stand. That curved part is the up. Now for the down part, I will fold my allowance on it like this. My fabric, I'll fold it on it and I will sew it down. This is one of the easiest way to fix collar. There are several ways, but for a beginner, this is very easy to do. So I'll just sew it until I get to the end. Alright, this is what it looks like. Now I'll pick the main collar now. This is the collar. This is the second piece. This is the one I iron the collar stay on. So I'll put them right side to right side and I will be sewing. Now while sewing, I will sew close to my stay. I will not climb the stay, but I will sew very close to it, round. Just keep watching, you understand what I'm doing. I'll just place the two fabric on each other and I'll keep sewing very close to the collar stay. And note, I won't climb the stay. I'll just sew very close, very close. Alright, so I'm done sewing at this point. The next thing will be to trim off the excess. I'll trim off the excess. I will turn it inside out and I will take it to my ironing table and iron it. Alright, I already ironed it and this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So I'll fold it into two. I'll fold it so that I can mark the center. So I can mark the center. Okay, now the collar stand as well. I'll fold it. Okay, but before folding, let me trim off the excess. I'll just leave what I want to use as my sewing allowance. So I'll trim off the excess and leave the sewing allowance. Okay, I'll fold it also. I'll make sure the stay is the stay that must touch each other, not the fabric. The stay, I'll make sure it touches each other inside and I'll mark the center as well. Alright, so I'll place the collar stand and the collar on each other, making sure the point that I notch matches. Then I'll sew it. I'll be starting from that center so that it will not move or it will not miss. So I'll start from that notched side. I'll sew to the right and I'll turn it and sew to the left. If you are coming across my video for the first time and you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, like, share and drop your comments. Alright, so I'm done sewing one side. I'll turn it and sew the other side. The next step will be to trim off the excess allowance. Then I will now pick the second piece of my collar stand. Remember, I cut two pieces for the collar stand. I already used one, so I'll pick the second fabric now, and I'll place it on this collar and sew. This time I'll be following the shape of the collar stand. So I'll place the second fabric on it like this, and I'll be following the shape of the collar stand. The same way we did to the main collar, we're going to sew close to the stay. We will not sew the stay, we will not climb the stay, and I will sew very close. So I'll just continue sewing until I get to the other end. Once I'm done with this step, I will trim off the excess. I will take it to my ironing table, iron it, and I will come back to show you how to fix it to the neckline. After ironing, I will trim off the excess of the fabric This point you need to iron before you do it, and please don't over trim. Leave like half an inch that you will need to sew it to the neckline of your shirt. Alright, so I'm done trimming. Let me bring the shirt so that we can fix it. Alright, this is the shirt. You fold your shirt and mark the center back. You notch the center back. Then you now place the collar. You place the collar on the, okay, I will notch the collar too. Notch the collar so that you can get the center of your collar. Then you now place the collar on the fabric. Now you can start sewing from the right side. That means you can place your collar on the right side of your fabric like this. The notch center on each other. It depends on what you prefer, or you place it on the wrong side. I actually prefer placing it on the wrong side, but you can do whatever works for you. But personally, I'll place the collar on the wrong side. I will start from that notch, that is from the center back now, and I will sew. I will sew to the right, I will sew to the left, making sure I align the collar stand with my neckline. Making sure I align it. Just take your time and take this step gently. I can assure you, if you sew your collar like this, you will not have problem fixing collar anymore. Alright, so I'll just place it on it and I'll keep sewing until I get to the end, and I'll make sure I align it very well, especially at the edge. At this edge, I will align it well and I'll keep sewing. So once I'm done with this side, I'll turn it and sew the other side. Alright, I already done it. The next thing is to sew this other side. I will arrange and align it properly as well, and I'll sew. So once I'm done sewing, the next thing will be to top stitch. Okay, this is what it looks like. So I'll just top stitch now on the right side. Since I started sewing on the left side, this top stitching will be on the right side. But if you know your hand is not straight and you can't top stitch properly, then maybe you start sewing your collar on the right side so that your stitching will be on the left side, whichever way. So I'll just close it, put all the excess, all the sewing allowance inside the collar, and I'll just top stitch. This is one of the way I used to achieve a very neat collar when sewing a shirt or any dress that requires a collar. I hope you have learned how to do it today. Thank you so much for always coming back to check my channel. Thank you for always supporting me. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Like this video if you know you have learned something. Drop your comments and give me a like. When you give a like to my channel, when you like my channel or like my videos, it helps the video to move, and it helps a lot of people to see or come across my video, because YouTube will recommend the video to a lot of people, and it will help my channel grow. So if you actually want my channel to grow, please do me that favor of liking my video. Drop your comment. Just make sure you interact with the video. Either you drop a comment you like, and you can do all, and you share to your loved ones. I will so much appreciate that. So let's just continue sewing, and I will show you the final products. When you fix your collar like this, I can assure you that it will always come out neat every time. Alright, so this is the collar, the finished work. I wish I used a plain fabric for it so that you can see how beautiful it is. It's actually beautiful. Will you be sewing your collar like this? So I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.